Hi, welcome to Similar But Different, the podcast. Let's do that again. Okay. But I'm getting all the benefits.
Without having to pay.
Right.
Yeah, they screwed me. And then I found a bunch of friends that I was different from. I think I'd like the gram more if I got hit up in my DMs.
Okay, this should probably end. Hi, welcome to Similar But Different. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Rach.
How's it going?
It's good. Today is a good day for me.
Yeah?
So I have physical therapy. It's 7 months post rehab. I understand that. It's a long recovery, but I actually jogged today.
That is huge.
Like legit jogged.
Well, I'm assuming on a treadmill.
So initially she didn't put me on the treadmill first.
Oh, right. That's smart. You
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. I did eventually make it to the treadmill today, but initially the start was like, try and run.
Yeah.
And like, just give it a jog. And like, I literally said, how do I do that?
I don't know.
My body.
I'm like a baby giraffe.
Yeah, seriously. So like, I started it, and in the first couple like back and forth in like a short little period or short little area were a little rough.
Yeah.
And then I started to get the feel for it, and she's like, you look good. We can try this. And we went to the treadmill, and I jogged for, I think it was minute on, a minute off, but I did it for 3 minutes.
Wow.
The third minute was really rough. But
Skylar has once referred to my jogging speed, not in rehab, just we did a 5K together.
Yeah.
And at the end, he referred to it as someone who is pretending to pick up the pace when they cross the street.
So you're speed walking.
So essentially, I have the movements in my arms, but then I'm going faster, but my feet are going a walking pace.
I enjoy that.
And I want to ask you what like level you got up to, because I'm like, I bet Jen's jogging level post major knee surgery is my normal
It might be
jogging speed.
So on the treadmill, I don't know what speed, like it was like 4 point.
But yeah,
I don't know what that is. But I will say it was a decent bounce. So like and I made sure I was like not walking, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
I also feel like my physical therapist would have been like, nope, that's not it.
Well, Skylar had sent me some, which I appreciate, a like Taylor Swift treadmill thing. So it tells you the like songs to listen to and at what speed, so you can like run or walk at that speed. I'll send it to you. You can do it for, well, not right now, because it was like going up to 4, and I was like, Skylar, the max I do is 3 miles per hour because I don't run or jog at all because of my knee. And even if I walk too much at 3, then
could it work for an elliptical?
I don't know, because I don't think you choose miles per hour on an elliptical.
I think
you just choose like resistance.
Yeah. Well, I just
because I think it's probably all about like, but I guess it would be matching the being like how fast you're going. So I guess you could just naturally speed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say that just because for your knee, elliptical is probably a lot better than a treadmill.
Yeah. Well, I used to do the elliptical, and then I've learned anything gives me problems if I do it consistently enough.
That could be, is it, so like it gets worse as you go on? Here we go. I'm going to diagnose.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
So like, I will be like, ooh, I'm in a good groove of like getting 10,000 steps a day. And then I'll do that for 5 days. And then it's like, maybe don't do that anymore.
Oh.
Nope,
and then it's not my theory of fatigue.
Okay. Because I have been doing this workout video that I really like, and I like challenged myself to do it for 30 days. And it does involve like some squatting and jumping and stuff like that. And I wear my knee brace. Yeah. And I was like, I am crushing it. I've done it every day for 9 days so far.
That's impressive.
And then I also had a goal of getting at least 5,000 steps every day, which sounds like small. But like when you do sit at a desk all day,
yeah, it's hard.
Like you do have to like make an effort to go out, and I have to like do laps around the park and stuff. But anyways, I guess on like Saturday, I was like, okay, no more step goal, just video goal. Because I
couldn't do both.
I couldn't do both because I was also pushing myself to get 10,000 a day, actually.
It's like I see you 5,000. I'm gonna raise you another
Yeah.
5,000. Okay.
And I'm kind of like, am I making it? It's that fine line of, am I making it better or worse?
I have no idea.
You just don't know.
It's tough.
But you ran today,
I did.
and that is amazing.
It's so exciting.
That's what's more important.
And I will say, so my PT is like, she's awesome. And the doctor's like, yeah, it's going to be a 7 to 9 month recovery. And she was like, yeah, no, none of our Macy procedure people recover that early. Like that's just unrealistic. She's like, just so that, because I was like worried. I was like, I'm behind. It's 7 months in and I just started jogging. Like I'm not going to be there in another month. And she's like, no, I would say it's probably a closer range is 9 to 12 months. And I was like, okay, that mentally helps me.
Yeah,
it makes
definitely.
me feel better.
Yeah.
So still got a while to go, but here we are.
Yeah. Selfishly, I just want to get to a point that you can play pickleball with me whenever I want.
That's all I want to do.
Well, I know you just want to play golf.
Golf and pickleball are my two goals post-surgery.
Excellent.
Golf, I think I can easily do. I'm going to start doing that soon.
Like, how exciting would it be if, like, a nice Saturday morning, I was just like, hey,
pickleball?
Before it gets too hot,
yeah,
want to meet up and play some PB?
100%. I would love that.
And then we go and get breakfast at Smoky Mug.
Oh my God.
Doesn't all of that sound like a dream way to start the day?
It does.
And you can even do that on a weekday.
Can we find another two? Because I do prefer doubles, I think, in pickle.
That's fine. I've actually never done it with doubles, but I prefer that you move even less.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
We can get Kai and Waz to come.
That's literally, I think, the key right there for me.
Sorry, Katie.
Well, that's what you get for living in Powhatan.
That's what you get.
Move closer.
Yeah. But yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with it. I'm excited. It feels good.
Yeah, you're finally like, you can see the light at the end.
I can. Nowhere near I'm going to get back to soccer or basketball, but just like the fact that I'll be walking without pain.
Yeah.
I actually walk now without pain, so that's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And your scar is not
good.
Scary.
You can't see it.
Which I think we talked about it on the first episode, but it looks so much better.
It's so funny looking at my two legs, though. Like, the muscle's coming back. It is coming back. Like, I've got, here we are.
Building that muscle.
Anywho, what's new with you? Other than the bad knee.
Yeah, my bad knee, my routine that is, I'm trying to figure out of continuing with it, but I'm gonna. I'm just adjusting my impact levels.
You're good at sticking to things, I feel like. Because, you go to the gym and stuff, and that's hard. But I have a gym in my garage, and I don't even do that. So,
well, you're an injured lady, so
that's fair. We'll take it.
Also, the video that I do is 20 minutes, and so I keep saying to myself, I'm like, I can do anything for 20 minutes, and I will feel better after I do it, even though I've been feeling worse. But that's a caveat. But also, I got a new chatty, which I talked about 2 episodes ago, because remember I was telling you about my Renaissance tat, and then I said, I actually have an appointment in a couple weeks. Well, it's been a couple weeks. It's still very fresh because it still has the second skin protector on it.
That's what that is?
Yeah.
It almost looks like we talked earlier about the fake tattoos, almost looks like a sticker because you can see the frame of the skin.
And that's because it's gotten a little dirty now.
Yep.
Because I've had it on.
I can see it.
She said to leave it on for 3 to 5 days, so tomorrow will be 4, and I will be removing it. But I'm very pleased with it.
I love it.
I think she did an excellent job.
Tell the people what it is. Hydrangeas.
Oh yeah, sorry. I sometimes forget that not everyone watches on video, which you should, because I do think it's more fun. Yeah, I had pictures and stuff.
And Penny sometimes is here.
Penny is sometimes here. Yeah. But yeah, it is a hydrangea. It is black. My parents' home always has these beautiful hydrangeas that bloom in front of it. So I've actually been thinking about this for over a year.
You've been sitting on this one.
Yeah, I've been sitting on it. And so, then this appointment actually had been rescheduled already twice. I was supposed to get it before my Renaissance trip.
Oh.
Just because I think the artist had a death in the family and then another thing. And yeah.
It worked out though.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a very different experience, though.
Than the one in Spain.
Yeah. Well, okay. So you've been to like piercing and tattoo parlors.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So they definitely have a like grungy, not grungy, I don't know, kind of like a metal punky vibe to them. Like lots of pictures of tattoos on the walls and stuff. Sometimes playing like metal music.
Yeah.
In Spain, it was like walking into a spa. Everything was like granite and white. It was I was like, what is this?
Is that normal? Or was that just happen to be the one you went to?
I don't know. Because then I mentioned that to Taylor and she was like, oh, really? And I was like,
Oh yeah, because it's her first tattoo, first time she's been at a tattoo
yeah,
parlor.
but
She
she's
probably
had her
didn't
ears
think.
pierced and stuff, but maybe she got them pierced at like Claire's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
At the
feel
ball.
like people assume. Actually, quick caveat. My first piercing was done by a doctor because I don't know. My
They
mom
do
was
that?
like that was safer. Um,
Didn't know they did that.
my second piercing was done at Cartoon Cuts.
What's that?
It's a child's hair cuttery type place.
A hair
Like-
cuttery that also pierces kids' ears and stuff?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But I liked it because they did it they had two people do it, so they did it at the exact same time,
Oh, nice.
which I liked. I actually think I originally went to Claire's to get it, and we heard them go like, Becca, come out, you need practice. And we left and then went to Cartoon Cuts. But
come on out, Becca.
yeah. I was like, that's not for me. Let me go to this haircut place.
At least you were wise enough to do that.
Yeah. But anyways, the one that I went to in Richmond, Synergy Tattoos, off Broad Street, they are like a dark devil metal goth place.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I was like, yeah,
Kind of like the vibe.
so
That's the vibe I expect.
different. That is the vibe I expect.
Yep.
They were playing metal music the entire time, and I was like, huh. All the songs have sounded the same. You could just tell me it's been one song playing for 2
The whole
hours,
time.
and I would have said, yeah.
I don't
And-
like the metal music.
No, and my brother loves it. And so I'm like, interesting. But I care about lyrics. He cares about like the music, I guess. And so if it's like, yeah, a good riff, and I was impressed by the guttural, like,
That's all I know.
gosh, that is so painful on the throat. So those like,
It's painful in the ears too sometimes. That's why I don't think I like listening to it.
my brother and his best friend are coming to stay with us in August because Mastodon and Lamb of God are
Nope.
coming to the Richmond Raceway.
No idea what that is.
And I was like, gosh, I kind of want to go just to like experience that.
Is that like the mosh pit type vibe?
Yeah.
I couldn't handle it.
Well, no, mosh pits are dangerous.
Yeah. But they look fun. Like if I was like a large man, I would mosh pit the shit out of everything.
If I had a lot of anger, I think it would be, and we just like needed to get out some energy, I think it would be great. Now I have been to like punk rock concerts that have mosh pits, and I see them and I go, scary. No,
Stay
thank
away.
you.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless like, I feel like I would want to do it if I was not a fragile.
In high
Little
school,
lady.
my friend and we called it Hall of Doom. And it was like during certain periods, there was this
Hall of Doom. This is going to be good.
like so much congestion in the halls. And so it was just like no rules. And you would just be like, and like run through the hall, like pushing through all the people. And we'd be like, Doom!
Please tell me everybody thought you guys were the weirdest kids.
I don't think so.
Did other people join in on Hall of Doom?
No, but people didn't even know what was happening. Like it was so crowded. Like
they
people
love the
probably
sound of that.
couldn't even tell we were saying.
You were
Hall
just
of
in your own
Doom.
little world,
Yeah,
which is the way it should be.
yeah. And I wasn't like in the popular crowd in high school, but I was not a loser. I was generally well accepted, I think. They're like, oh, that funny girl in my science class.
Oh,
Yeah.
funny. Funny's a good
Yeah.
characteristic.
Yeah. I was so flattered once because this same Hall of Doom friend told me once that she ran into a girl we went to high school with, Lauren Sabo.
Oh, name dropping people.
Yeah. And she was like, "Oh, do you remember Rachel Cave?" That's my maiden name. She was so funny. And my friend told me that, and I was like, "Oh my gosh,
The
I
best
held
compliment.
on to that.
It's the best
That
compliment.
is what I'm remembered for."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather, can you imagine the other things that they could have said?
Right.
Like, if someone were to say, I remember Jen O'Brien, she was so mean, and that is terrible.
Yeah.
I hope no one says that.
Do you think they would, though?
I mean, there were times I think I could have been considered mean. You know, I need to get my toes off of this video.
I feel like this is not a cute
What do you
look,
mean? I've
what
got
I'm
my legs
doing,
up. You get your legs up.
yeah.
Here we go. Anyways, Hall of Doom.
Yeah, Hall of Doom.
I want to do that now. Like, if I'm ever in a crowded area, I feel like I'm just gonna like Hall of Doom it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be by myself, Hall of Dooming it, yelling it, running down the hallway, and people are gonna be like, "Who is this weird woman?"
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be me. It's me. Hi.
Okay, no, but seriously, were you a bully in high school?
I don't know. I think looking back, there were things that I'm like, yeah, I would not do that now, if that makes sense. Like,
Sure.
with what I know now, I wouldn't have done certain things that I definitely did when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I don't like, I never like, I don't recall scenarios where I was like berating someone for something that they couldn't help.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever we were like mean to someone, it was because they first did something to one of us. I say one of us because it's like the Fab Five.
Oh,
We had the Fab Five in high school.
You,
It was
Lindsay,
me, Lindsay,
Brittany?
BMO, my friend Melanie, and Janelle. So
I don't know if I've met Melanie and Janelle,
really,
but I've heard
you need to. They're great.
their names. I assume they were at your wedding.
Actually, sadly enough, they weren't.
Oh, okay. Then that makes more sense. I thought you'd be like, actually, no, I didn't invite them. And I was like, I'll cut this out.
No, it's actually something that we've all. So my friend Brittany's wedding was after mine. So mine was October 2022, and Brittany's was June or July the following year. And we were all bridesmaids in her wedding, and so it literally brought us back together.
Oh, that's fun.
And it was just, we had definitely like drifted. I mean, you know how I am.
Yeah.
I just kind of go off into my little hole. You making sure you look
wanting
okay?
to like
cover up
my.
You
I'm
look
like trying to
fine.
see if. Ooh. No.
Well, you know.
Well, I want to be comfortable, but I also, I don't know, I'm like glistening in the sun.
We both need tans,
very
by the way. We're both very pale.
Maybe I'll cut some of that out.
You're hilarious.
But
no, it's that man, my mic's all messed up too. It brought
I need to call attention to it. Look at the white of my shoe and the white of my upper thigh and how close
it's I don't see the end of where your shoe ends and your thigh begins. Holy shit. I do hope people watch this.
Yeah.
That's too funny. Don't be so self-conscious. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, wait. Oh yeah, you were your Fab Five. Okay, so I was thinking, sometimes I think back and I'm like, I would not classify myself as a bully in high school, but I was someone who like was very sarcastic and like joked on people and stuff. And sometimes I think back and I'm like, oh, maybe that could have hurt some people's feelings. But also people did the same thing to me. I think that's just kind of how you are in high school.
Yeah. And I don't think that's I wouldn't say that's bullying. But maybe it is. It's just in my mind, joking with people and you guys are being like back and forth the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone's feelings were to get hurt, I know now it's obviously easy to say this, but like, you know, hey, that's not cool, man. You know, don't say that.
Sound like
don't say that, man.
Like a after school special or like a play that's like, and when someone's mean to you and you don't like it, you just say, hey, that's not cool, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's weird to say that.
My feelings.
I wouldn't say that. But then again, maybe it did.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure I probably did. But no. The only thing I can recall from high school, and I just don't have a great memory, is when someone picked on Lindsay, and Lindsay's the nicest person in the fucking world.
Yeah.
And as soon as she was upset,
I don't
exactly.
like that.
Don't like it. As soon as she got upset, we all pounced. Didn't like that girl anymore, and I don't think the whole school liked her after that.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like that was like a good outcome, though.
Yeah, okay.
She
Good.
deserved it,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that person is anymore. I know nothing of the details.
Another name that I won't drop, she was my age, but got close with my sister in like high school, and once told my sister that she didn't like me because I was mean to her in elementary school, and I
Elementary
don't know
school.
what I did, but I'm sorry.
In those scenarios, I feel like you could have just like accidentally took someone's toy.
Yeah.
And I say accidentally because like, do you really know that that's their favorite toy when you take it from them?
You know, elementary school is you're like 10 and 11 too. So
Nope. See,
you're like just kindergarten.
yeah. Yeah, right? It's
Did you
just
ever?
that.
My elementary school went to 6th grade.
5th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. Elementary school was hard though, I feel like. I started fainting. So there's
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
I waited to start fainting until I was older.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. You're
Yeah.
not supposed to do
I've
that.
gotten very injured. Oh, no. Actually, did I faint once in gym class? No, I think I twisted my ankle playing a game, and the gym teacher had to pick me up and carry me to the nurse's office. And I was so embarrassed.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. 100% embarrassing. Yeah, I have a very embarrassing story I could technically share about when I fainted.
Are you gonna?
I mean, I might as well. So, I was in high school, which I feel like is even that much worse. Oh, Penny, are you
Yeah,
going to
hi,
join us
Penny.
now? I think I specifically said you weren't supposed to come up here, but here we are. Okay, come on.
Yeah, come on up.
Yep, here we go.
Oh, good girl.
Everybody say hello to Penny. Yes. Okay, lie down. Mommy's telling a story that's embarrassing. Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to give blood, and I like was never able to give blood because you have to be a certain weight.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to be like over 100 pounds. I know it's oh god, I wasn't 100 pounds.
I mean, actually, I don't know how much people are like weigh at certain ages when you're in like the middle of development.
Yeah, I was yeah, exactly.
But that does seem small.
I hadn't developed. I was tiny. But I went to give blood for the first time, which was great. It went great. I gave the blood.
Good job.
And I was with Melanie, and she was getting her blood drawn next. And I looked at the blood come out of her arm and then go into the bag of like liquids.
I don't like this.
And I said, I'm out, and just completely passed out, started having a little mini seizure, and was like,
oh my god, you had a seizure.
just lost everything. I don't know. I went out, and the lady told me, and she was really, really sweet. And I don't, poor Melanie had to watch me like go and do all of that. But the nurse was very
Was she
sweet.
like, oh, my friend Jen is dying?
Probably. I don't know.
Watching someone seize, were you like foaming at the mouth?
I don't
Or is
know.
that just a
They had to
rabies
break
thing?
the things and try to get me to come back.
I don't know. The smell?
Smelling salts or whatever. Yeah,
Okay.
so they brought me back that way. But the lady was really nice. When I say embarrassing, I pissed myself.
Jen!
Like 100% like in high school.
And like how many people were around? Are you like in the gymnasium?
Yeah, with I don't know, like literally, but the nurse was like, "You spilt your soda on yourself when you passed out, so you're gonna need an extra pair of shorts." And I was like,
Yeah,
"That's not
soda can of
soda. I was
piss.
like, that is not soda at all. I definitely pissed myself."
Did she know that, or was she trying to be nice?
I think she was trying to be nice.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I think she didn't want to call out or say because I then needed a pair of clothes. I think I went and borrowed like Melanie's clothes.
Yeah.
But I also went home. I can't remember like all the
You
details.
should have. You went back to class after fainting, seizing, and pissing yourself?
That's crazy. Yeah, it's a nut. That's like the most insane thing that's ever happened. And you know the worst part is, after that the nurse doesn't like you don't get checked to see like do you have a problem seizing. It's just like, hey, have you seized before? No, I don't think so. I've passed out before. I've never seized before. Okay, like there was no like post follow up. You need to talk to your doctor about this. It was just like, yeah, change your clothes and kind of gone.
That doesn't seem like the best way to handle that.
Yeah. So there's that.
I didn't know that could be a side effect of passing out.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you since?
Has not. I haven't peed myself. I've fainted since. I haven't peed
Seized?
myself. I don't know if I've seized though, because I think the other couple times I fainted, no one's been around.
That's
Scary.
sad. Yeah. You just wake up and you're like, well, okay.
Yeah. I actually got a concussion playing flag football, came home. That week I was like literally the next day, it was like a Monday maybe, I was working from home because I had just gotten a concussion. But I guess looking at the screen, I remember nothing. And then I woke up and I was like sweating profusely.
Yeah.
And initially the first thing I checked was like, shit, did I piss myself? But no, I came to and I was like, okay, I probably just seriously concussed myself.
Yeah.
Passing out, man. Sometimes you just gone.
So I have two critical passing out stories from my
If you haven't peed yourself, I don't. I'm just kidding.
well, I've not peed myself from passing out, but in like a 1 year period, I like wet the bed twice, like post college in my 20s. Not like drinking wasn't involved. I remember just having a dream that I
Yep.
had to pee. And then I remember waking up Skylar and being like, hey, this is embarrassing, but you're going to need to get up because I just wet the bed.
Oh, goodness.
And then once it happened the second time, I was like, oh my
Something's
God,
wrong.
this is just something that I deal with now.
No.
But it hasn't happened since, knock on wood.
Oh, so it wasn't like something that you were like, I need to go figure out what this could be. You were like,
right.
Let's just hope it doesn't happen a third time.
A few years ago, I did learn that like involuntary wetting yourself as an adult, like in your sleep, can be a sign that you're having seizures.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I do think like pissing yourself. I don't know how a nice way to say that. There's no nice way to say that. I do think that seizures can cause that.
Your
lose. I'm pretty sure the best way. Seizures can cause you to lose control of your bowel movements.
You shit yourself?
No, I didn't shit.
Yeah, because bowel is
sounds
a poopy.
Okay. It wasn't that. I was trying to think of a nice way to say like.
Yeah, how would a doctor say it? They wouldn't say, "Did you pee your pants?"
No.
Did you wet your pants? But they would. What's like the doctor term for urinate?
Did you
urinate? Did you have a unplanned urine evacuation?
Urine evacuation. That's great.
Okay, so
but peeing your pants is cool. So
the coolest.
Consider me Miles Davis.
I in high school had to get blood work or like done or shots or something because I was going on a trip out of the country and went and got the shots or blood work or whatever it was, and I didn't eat that morning because I'm a dumb youth. And I can't believe I haven't told you this story.
No.
But I've always been the like kid in my family who's fine with needles, like whatever.
Yeah.
And afterwards, my mom was like checking out at the reception desk or whatever, and she felt me just like lean over onto her shoulder, and her first thought was, well, that's strange. My teenager isn't this sweet. And then I immediately fell backwards, smacked my head on the corner of a table in the reception area. I woke up and then I just started screaming because everything was black.
Oh my God.
I couldn't see anything. And so then they just had to like carry me into a room and like lay me down, and they gave me some like juice and crackers and stuff. And I was like hyperventilating.
Temporary blindness? Like what the shit?
It was terrifying. And so they're like, you probably got a concussion. Don't fall asleep and enjoy your trip to London tomorrow.
Oh my God. No. Did your mom still let you go?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, because it was like, should you go?
Yeah.
But I was going with my Girl Scout troop, and my Girl Scout leader, shout out Dale Hook, is the coolest, and my mom knew I was in good hands.
Okay.
And everything was fine on the trip. That actually isn't the most embarrassing one now that I realize.
I don't think that's embarrassing to faint.
That's true. Well, no, it was, though, because you're like 15, 16.
At the time, yeah.
And
I mean, I'm still a little embarrassed today about the fact that I peed myself, but you know, here we are.
Once I had to get blood drawn, and then I just had like a history of passing out after that. Like I just had this like now new phobia of needles, and I was sitting on the exam room table and I was like, I have a history of passing out, so I'm just gonna like sit here for a minute before I get up. And they said, okay. And the nurse left, or maybe I just said that to myself because maybe she wouldn't have left.
Uh,
But then she found me on the floor
oh
because I had
shit.
fallen off the exam room table. On the
Oh.
way down, I somehow pulled out half the eyelashes in one of my
Oh, I remember you
eyes.
saying you did
Yeah,
something
this
like
is when
that.
I was like, I can't believe I haven't told you this. And
Pulled the
I,
eyelashes out.
yeah, I had also recently shaved my head for this charity event. And so I like fell on my shoulder and like really messed up my shoulder. So I was bald
St. Baldrick's.
for St. Baldrick's, missing half of my eyelashes on
Oh.
one eye. I had a huge, disgusting bruise, like all over my shoulder. And so when I was in college at the time, and people were like, "That's that dying girl."
Oh my gosh.
I did not look good.
No, I can picture it. Although I
Yeah.
will say I've seen a picture of you when you did St. Baldrick's, not with the other stuff going
Right.
on, and you actually looked very, very good with
Oh,
bald
thank you.
with your head
I
shaved.
actually think everyone does.
I don't feel that way, but then again, like I wouldn't find out. I'm not gonna find out. I'm not gonna try to find out.
I saw a lot
But
of
you have a
people
like
shave their head
nice
that
shaped
day.
head, I feel like. That's
Thank you.
weird to
I
say,
think I
but
have a large head. I only noticed that recently when I was trying to be cool and wear like baseball hats. And I was like, why did none of these fit me well? And then I put on one of my husband's and I was like, oh, I have a large head. This one fits much better.
I won't tell you then that I have a kid size hat because my head's apparently really tiny.
Yeah, it looks small.
Little pea head,
Yeah. I better be cute bald.
maybe. I do think that's cool that you've done that.
Thank
I
you.
remember seeing the pictures of that. But anyways, yeah. But so what I was gonna say was it's a syncope. So I found out much later in life. I'm not gonna say this pronounce this right.
Centipede?
Vasovagal syncope. That vasovagal syncope. Whatever. It is a syndrome where it's the fight or flight syndrome. Syncope is syndrome, I think.
Okay.
You're hilarious.
I'm not trying to like cover up my crotch right now. And now the pillow is just like a comfy comfort, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
But I was
Yeah.
getting uncomfortable in that other position.
It's
This is
okay.
why people need to watch on YouTube because they're like, what the F is happening?
They don't know, but it's fine. We know. The cool people that watch on our YouTube. Anyways, we also need to get video on Spotify one day, but that's fine. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so that's a syncope, that's fight or flight. And so it's basically like your body's instinct is to flee when it like the sight of blood or like extreme emotional distress and things like
Okay.
that. And you'll like literally pass out.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. So the keys to not pass out is you need to either put your head between your legs or you need to lay flat
Yeah, that makes sense.
because the blood just leaves your head.
Once I was at a meeting with my boss at the time and we left the building and these are details that don't matter. I was walking outside with my boss and I said, David, I'm going to throw up or pass out.
Oh, Jesus.
And he turned around and then I woke up in his arms because I passed out.
Ah,
And he caught
50-50
me.
shot. Ooh, nice.
And I'm glad I said something.
Yeah.
Because he was walking in front of me.
You would have just
And it's because I
flat
passed
on the
out so many
sidewalk.
times by that point. I knew I was like, I'm going to throw up or pass out.
Something's coming.
Yeah.
Ooh, at least how nice of
I
David
would have
to
smacked
just-
my head on the concrete.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Ooh, fainting. Who knew we were going to go down this path?
Right.
It started with like high school fun and bullying,
Right.
which I don't think I got bullied for peeing my pants in high school. I don't know if anybody knew.
I don't think I got bullied either. Now I don't know what to do with this pillow.
You know,
Okay.
give it to Penny.
Yeah,
I'm
I
okay
have
with
very
not.
fond memories of high school.
Same. Yeah.
One of the, I think, things in the jar is embarrassing childhood memories.
Well, I think I just went with mine.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying okay. That I still am embarrassed about today is once in elementary school, I was like in gymnastics class. And I guess in my family, like people freely farted. You didn't try to hide it. They were funny.
Yep.
And I was in gymnastics class. I was probably in like third grade, maybe. And I farted in the class. And I was like, I farted. Like, I laughed about it because I was also the type of person a kid I was. Like, I want attention. I'm going to be loud. I'm going to
Yeah.
make jokes. And my gymnastics teacher called me out and was like, that is so inappropriate, and like shamed me in
What?
front of the whole class. And I was
The teacher.
so mortified. I think I like after that, I never wanted to go back to class. And I don't know if I
Yeah.
ever told my mom that was the reason. I think I went back like one more time, but I like
Rude.
really did not want to go. And
There's a better way to handle that.
yeah.
Hey, Rachel, sweetie, we don't do that in public.
Yeah. I don't remember her name because I would call her out.
Oh.
Yeah, but that was very
That's
embarrassing.
good that they haven't held on to that hate for so long, or that emotional distress.
Yeah, it fuels me.
Yeah. I've let go of all those bad ones that I had.
Yeah, I don't actually hold on to it.
The side eye. Maybe I do. We've gone around in a whirlwind. What are we thinking? Are we gonna?
I don't know. We've been talking for how long have we been talking? I don't know if we have time to grab one from the jar.
That's
from the vase.
Yeah, maybe we need to do, the next time we do some vase grabbing.
Well, do you have any other embarrassing stories? What is the theme of this? Is it going to be passing out?
Bullying to pee in your pants.
To passing out, farting.
I mean, there's a lot of things.
Embarrassing moments.
Well, I mean, technically, if you were a bully, you should be embarrassed with your actions.
I would say embarrassing moments. And now I'm trying to think, like, do I get embarrassed now? Like, have I been embarrassed in my 30s? Like, do I still have that feeling,
It's a really good question, because I don't think so.
Like, I can't think of a time in the last 4 or 5 years that I've had like a really embarrassing moment. I also feel like my personality, my public persona has subdued a little. Like, I feel like in elementary school, high school, in college, I was just like, yeah, like I'm going to make a comment or a joke or whatever. You know what? Maybe it's also the virtual world, because if we're in office and meetings and stuff, there's more chance for like me to make a random commentary on something. But in a Zoom meeting with like 10 other people, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But you would in like person.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because then if on Zoom, it's like, wait, what did you say? And you're like, okay.
It's now lost its luster.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. It could be that.
But I also think I'm someone who will review an awkward interaction I had with someone many times in my head after hanging out with them and be like, was that weird? I was weird.
Yeah.
So I think I have that, but that's different.
It's not embarrassment. It's like, that was uncomfortable.
Yeah. They're probably like, she doesn't know how to interact with other humans.
And they're right, because I don't either. So people say that about me, I'm sure.
Really?
Yeah, because there's scenarios I feel like sometimes when I'll go out, and if the other person's not like outgoing and like helps, I feel like sometimes I'm just like
a potato.
I'm a potato. Yeah, that's a good word for it.
Yeah.
I'm just like kind of lost. Like, I will try to keep the conversation going, even though I don't want to. Like, I want it to be over. Any conversation with a stranger, I want to be over probably before it started.
Yeah.
But
I think like stereotypical embarrassing things, like if I was to shit my pants in a Target around strangers, I think I would just be like, what a story.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I'd be embarrassed by it. Now, if it happened like at work in front of a bunch of people, that I would find embarrassing. Like people that knew me.
I don't know if I would have the distinction. I think, like, and it's not like a not care. It's more of like I would be embarrassed, but not to the point to where I feel like when I was younger, how I got embarrassed. Like, I'd be like, oh God, I cannot believe I did that, and now I have to live with this. Like, those people, I'm never going to see them again.
Right.
Or, oh, I have to see them every day. Like, I don't know. I almost feel like those are very similar for me in that, like, I can't believe I just shit myself in a Target.
I feel like if I could give a reason to it, if it's like, oh, she has this condition where she shits herself once a day and gets $1,000, that's
doing it every day.
Big throwback.
Yeah.
I won't go down that rabbit hole, but I'm just saying, like, if there was something to explain it
that would justify it for you.
Yeah. But then if it's around strangers, it's just one and done. I would probably tell
Make
people
sure that
that
they
it
know.
happened.
Here's
I'd be like
why.
this. No, I'm saying if it was like a random event around strangers, I would be calling all of my friends and being like, I just shit my pants in this Target. And telling everyone, because I do have a friend who craps herself a lot.
Oh my God. So you'd immediately
you
call
know
them.
who you are.
Immediately calling you up.
And
hey, I pulled a you.
Yeah. And she's just like, yeah, this happened. So
yeah, I don't know. There are certain circumstances I probably could still get embarrassed, but like for the large part of, I don't think I've been embarrassed in a long time.
Yeah. I
It's
think
just,
my embarrassment, comes in like small, like 10-minute increments where I handled an interaction in a weird way and then I just think about it for a while and I need to let it ruin my life for a little bit until I forget about it.
yeah, okay. And I see that as like awkward. I'm awkward.
Yeah.
But I'm not embarrassed by my awkwardness. Embrace
That's
it.
true. I guess I obsess over awkward
Interactions.
moments, but it's not embarrassing.
Yeah.
Unless it can be embarrassing how awkward you are. I actually don't think people would. I don't feel like maybe Skylar would classify me as awkward sometimes, but I don't feel like that is something that people would be like, oh yeah, Rachel, she's kind of awkward. And I wouldn't feel that way about you.
Oh, I feel that way about me. That's what I was thinking. It's like, yeah, I can totally see someone be like, yeah, Jen's a little awkward.
Huh.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm awkward. So maybe that makes that maybe it's a me thing. I'm self-imposing that characteristic on myself.
Okay, real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. Jen has
Harry Potter
these Harry
crests.
Potter puzzle crests that she's putting together in front of us.
Yes.
Or in front of herself. This is her puzzle/pod room.
This is the puzzle pod room. Yeah.
And I've had people tell me that I am a Hufflepuff. I'm not as familiar with Harry Potter, and so I'm curious. And you said that you were a Hufflepuff, but you strive to be a Ravenclaw.
Aspire to be a Ravenclaw.
And so I actually don't feel like it's weird to be like our personalities are very different, but I kind of feel like they are. I don't know. And so I'm like, what are the Hufflepuff traits? Like, what do we share?
Hufflepuff traits. Kind, loyal. I feel like I should know them.
You should. I'm putting you on the spot.
You are putting me on the spot.
You should be embarrassed by this.
Yeah, no, but like I know obviously like Gryffindor is brave and courageous and other words for brave. And then like Ravenclaws are smart, which is why I want to be a Ravenclaw.
You're smart.
Really, really wicked.
You work with numbers.
Wicked smart.
Or used to work with numbers, so I consider you smart.
Kind of. Yeah. That's why I aspire to be it. But the test that you take online, I honestly feel like the default is Hufflepuff sometimes. You gotta take the test.
So I'm a Hufflepuff because I'm kind and loyal.
I feel like that's maybe right. I don't know. We need our listeners to tell us what they think we
loyal.
are.
That sounds shitty. I'm not loyal, but I don't think I did. She just put her head on my knee, and it's the cutest
best thing in the world.
I'm not loyal, but I don't.
You wouldn't say that that's a. I think that's a.
I don't think of that as like a core trait of mine.
Okay. I don't know. I'm like that. Like you put me on the spot. It's almost like I can't perform.
I'm really upset.
I know, and I really love Harry Potter.
Do you think you're loyal?
Yeah. I feel like I'm the type of friend that if you called me and said, I'm stuck on the side of the road, it's an hour and a half away.
That's dependable.
Oh.
Yeah, what's the difference between what does loyal mean? I guess.
Oh, I'm the type of friend where if someone was talking shit about you, I'd be like, that hurts my feelings. Call back.
Loyal.
I would kill him.
Okay, that's.
I'm kidding. I don't know what is loyalty. It's a great.
I guess I'm thinking of it as like, if someone treats you like shit, you'll still stick around because you're loyal.
No,
and that's way, that's why I'm like, no, I have boundaries.
Yeah, no, that's not loyalty. That's a.
But I'm like
psychologically just
loyal and care about deeply the people that I care for.
Yeah.
Like we just had an episode about me and Taylor have been friends for 30 years. Yeah. I feel like that's
loyalty.
Loyal, but she also hasn't done something to really piss me off. So be warned, Taylor. We'll see if my Hufflepuff qualities
Put it
stay
into y'all's
true.
little Renaissance plans. Be over before, like, after the first episode. Anywho. Yeah, I need to do better about the whole, but I am curious if people think that we would fall into specific categories.
Yeah, Taylor has told me I'm a Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
And I like that just because I think the name is fun. But I don't like it because I think people make fun of Hufflepuffs.
I don't, but I also like love Harry Potter. And I also can see myself being a little bit of a Slytherin.
Yeah. What's their main thing? Okay, so the top gosh, Jen, are you even a fan? You have like 17 Harry Potter puzzles up here. And you said you only go to the movies to see Harry Potter.
Yep.
You walk down the aisle to a Harry Potter song.
I know. This is bad. But like there's certain things I choose not to keep in my head. You know, like some people are like, I like movie
judging
quotes.
you.
She is. She's leaving because of how poor I'm performing right now.
Okay, so Ravenclaw will give them intelligence.
Intelligence.
Gryffindor.
Brave.
Gryffindor. That is my
Your
sorting
hat.
hat impression.
I love that. Hufflepuff will say kind.
Okay, so not loyal. They're more kind
I feel like
than
kind.
they are loyal. I
Kind
do think I'm kind. I do identify as being kind.
And then Slytherin, I feel like, are a little wicked. They got a little naughty to them.
Yeah, that's not me at all.
Yeah, they've got. I mean, because like there've been great wizards have come out of Slytherin, but also a lot of them were bad.
Yeah.
Bad wizards.
Not Slytherin, eh?
Well,
better be.
Shit, that's really good. That's really good. Do we turn the movie on in the back? People are thinking that we just put the movie on.
Okay. I had to fill out this survey thing for work, and it was just like random fun facts about yourself. And it was like, what is a like random skill you have? And I couldn't think of anything, which made me feel very lame and boring. And now I'm like, I can do an excellent sorting hat impression.
That is it, huh? Why didn't I think of this at the time to put this down?
Right. I mean, I can edit my responses.
This is my talent. You have other talents. You just can't think of them when you're trying. It's hard to talk about yourself.
Can you think of any
of your talents? Yeah. I mean, yeah, the fact that you
random talents though.
Random talent.
Because Skylar was like, "You play the ukulele," and I'm like, "That's not like
that's a random talent.
Random.
How is that not random?
Like being able to play an instrument.
Who plays a ukulele? I don't play an instrument.
You play the piano?
Nope. Have a piano. Don't play it.
Okay.
There's a difference. I was gonna say like you have a really great skill at like editing and doing all the video stuff.
Oh, I appreciate that, but I
not a talent.
That as a skill. It's okay. We'll think about it. Everyone, fill me with compliments and tell me what my skills are, please. That is the request. And while you're doing that, actually, if you could just leave it as a review on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts, I would appreciate.
YouTube podcast comment.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know if you can leave reviews on.
You can leave comments.
But you can leave comments, baby. All right. We're signing off. Thanks, y'all.
Over and out.
Gryffindor. Gryffindor. Another Weasley, eh?